Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, you want to see a Gehl forage box get dismantled by a John Deere backhoe? Every farm's got themselves a kind of a spot where they store a bunch of junk and things that they might use. We got a little steel pile over there. I still got a spray we can get at, but Greg acquired some logs and he wanted a spot to put them. This was ours. This was covered in weeds. You know, you come around this barn and it was starting to protrude pretty good. You couldn't really get around it. So we loaded up our scrap trailer with scrap and got that chopper wagon on here. That was bought. Dad bought that for the running gear and then just sat and over the years things start to pile up. So we're starting to clean that out. Looking pretty good. Yeah, that's the advantage of having Lee on the farm full time. When you're caught up with the crops and things like that, he's looking for things to do. And he said, we got to clean this corner up. It's got a little ways to go. I got to take that fertilizer spreader back. And that tank was acquired with a building we bought. We were going to use it for fuel, but it's poly. And I don't know how old it is, so that's probably going to end up getting junk too. But other than that, the old junk pile, corner of the farm, and that semi-trailer is full of silo parts. Always nice to have a good semi-trailer or some kind of storage connex to store things. I'm probably going to sell most of them parts if I can, if anybody's interested in them. If not, they'll end up getting scrapped. You know how many guys are using silos, Van Dale silo loaders anymore. But yeah, Lee says I'm going to clean this up, and that's just what he did. And we got a little burn pile over at Dad's, ugly site that we got to end up burning and cleaning up too. But as for today, I had the nutritionist out. And he was checking the corn. We went inside the cornfields, all of them, and the termination, we're about 1 week out. We cracked some ears in half. 1 week away from chopping. We've got fourth cutting knocking on the door. Actually chopped it on the 10th, so we're right of last month. So we're right on fourth cutting. So he said his suggestion was cut that down this week and get that chopped, bagged. We'll finish off our bagger. We'll end that bag, hopefully, and I hope we don't have to set up. If we do, we're more than likely just gonna unhook, clean our bagger up, hook up to this big ag bagger that we used, or that we got from Mike from Pinconning. Daryl's mixer is still here. He hasn't come and picked it up yet, but I had to move that off to the side, and we'll be hooking onto that ag bagger once fourth cutting's done. So it looks like in 1 week, got the chopper out. I'll probably show you that in a little bit. But other than that, we got to open up a hay bag to start mixing with the first hay bag I opened. So I went through one hay bag already since beginning of July. And then we're going to be, so I want to mix them so that way the cows get used to new hay versus the hay they've been eating. And we're going to move a bunch of round bales off the field that we baled up. So it's going to be a good day, busy day. Cooler temperatures. I'm in a sweatshirt. 38 degrees on my bike this morning. I was riding hard. By the time I got here, man, I was blood pumping, feeling good. I like the bike. I like to stay in shape, and I like to, it heats you up naturally. So let's have a good day. Let's go. Switching gears, we're loading out a big old, what is that called, Lee? A boar. Loading out a boar. These are just regular pigs here, I guess. There's the boar. And there's the chicken. The boar's, Lee's taking him up to the stockyard just where Dad left to get those, take our 2 coal cows. That's what those were I was loading up. And they're gonna get him sold. I don't have a lot of experience with pigs, but I'll tell you what, they're kind of cool. Got some little chickies in here, guys. How many's in there? About 20? 40. They look like they're doing good. He's up now. He's a boar? Yep. Does he bite? Ah! Grumpy old man. Yeah. You big... Oh yeah, no problem, Lee. Hey, big boy. How much do you think he weighs? About 750. That's a lot of weight for 2.5 feet tall. Hey buddy, we're taking your buddy. You have a good day, okay? We got farming to do. Cars out of there. He lost his storage barn. There's your chopper, got all rinsed off, power wash. Well, there's about 30 of them anyway. Starting the back, working my way to the front. Probably going to leave this corner open. If there's room, Greg will bring his bump and run cars back in here. Moving about 100, 110 today. These are all off my uncle's, that big 80-acre field that I showed you raking. Just good stuff. Bone dry. Bumper crop of hay again this year. A lot of leftover from last year. It's been a recurring thing here. This because we've had good luck, good rain. Be less hay next year though. We're gonna roll over that 80 that we're taking this off of. So that's a lot of hay, and that'll pretty much put us back to square one. I mean, you want a lot of carryover. We've been getting a little excessive with it, but that's mainly because we ran out one year, and once you do that, you can get a little gun shy. We made sure we don't ever do that again. What else is going on? Well, Grant had his first day of school last week. I got a little video clip of his mom walking him in. He didn't know really what to think about that. By the third day, he wasn't looking back. She'd walk him up to the door and he wouldn't even look back and say bye. So he got the hang of it. He didn't know what to think though. And my other daughter, my youngest daughter, Summer, she kept saying all day, you know, "Where's Grant? Where's Grant?" Like, he's at school. And my other daughter, Catherine, the oldest daughter, she'll be 13 this weekend. If you guys want, wish her a happy birthday, 13. Sweet 13. She hit an in-the-field home run. She plays fall ball over in Davison. She hit that ball. Got a in-the-park home run. She's extremely fast. We gotta go. So yeah, during Catherine's game, we were over in Oxford, Michigan. The wife put in a crock pot. That was some smoked ham hock. That was a fatty piece right there, but ham hock, green beans, and potatoes. Here's the leftovers. Yeah, Catherine is such a speed demon. Beyond the in the park home run. She pinch runs for other girls. They got a girl on second or third or even first, not as fast. They put her instead when she's not coming up in the back order. Like little Ricky Henderson. Guys, remember how I told you Bernie was hauling for us, helping us? 82-year-old Bernie. Well, that freed up my brother Greg. He opened up this fourth cutting field of hay. I told you it was on the pike. Well, that was the plan. Get done moving them bales and then open her up. Looks like he's got it about low, but I'm gonna come help him real quick and knock it out. Entering the field. Yeah, that corn behind us, we'll be chopping that first. About a week if everything works out right. There's your hay, and there he goes. Pretty good year, man. It's a nice stand to fourth cutting. That field across the road we're gonna do too. I know is even better than this, but not bad for mid-September. Away we go. Idler down as I'm making this turn. Beautiful weather projected the next 10 days. No rain. There, Greg jumped over the other field. I'll finish this up. Then I'll help him open that up just a little bit. Crossing the road. Oh, he's wheeling that thing. out this outside row. He likes to leave that until he gets a bunch opened up. We've all got a different way of doing stuff. I'm gonna open these ends up for him. Yeah, I'm mowing up the ditch for him. Pretty good looking stuff for fourth cutting. We're coming right at each other. I hope we don't smack duels. Oh, I think we're good. Hey, good seeing you. There he goes. Nice shot of the farm. Looking from the north vantage point. And there's the field. This is a 30-acre piece. What you're seeing here is a bunch of overgrown, kind of a swamp in there, pond swamp. This was originally a 40-acre piece. Got split off at some point. There was a church on the corner, and there's a house here now. So a little bit of history. Only thing left of that church is the front steps. There's a big piece of cement out by the road right across from my house. My house was a one-room schoolhouse, and they built a church on the other side of the road. I don't think that was common back then. My two oldest uncles went to school in my house, and I don't know if they attended that church or not. Knowing Grandpa, he had him working. There was no time for that problem. And we're going to pass Greg again. This time we've got a windrow in between us. I can actually take a good look at him. This is a little bit thicker of stuff like I thought it was. This field was planted a couple years ago, I think. Might have been last spring. They're both pretty good. I mean, we're talking fourth cutting here. And there's your 6 windrows on the end opened up. We got that whole field down, and then this will be open, and we'll cut the rest of that tomorrow. I might as well cut my way up. Away we go. Okay guys, getting some tasks completed today. Hay's down, ready for chopping, probably be 2 days. Putting this chisel plow on auction, used it a little bit, but we've got a bigger one. If this is even a little bit bigger for you, you can take these 2 shanks off on each side. I think this is a 14 shank, which is 14 foot or so. We put this over here the other day. Lee asked, are we selling the roller? And I said, heck no. I used it for the first time last year, or this year. And as much as we're going to use it, hopefully that thing lasts a long time. But yeah, chisel plow going on Albrecht auction, and a flatbed wagon. Here's the flat deck wagon. This is a 16 by, I think it's 7.5. Got steel pockets all the way around it. This is like a vegetable wagon. If I'm going to put on a listing, vegetable wagon, scrap wagon. You could put scrap on it. Heavy duty, heavy duty, good running gear. This is like a long one, and good for hay rides. We're coming into hay ride season, so this is kind of where we put stuff that we sell, and this will be on there. My big crossbred bull, guys. I'll give him a little treat tonight. Some tall looking corn up in there. That's all she wrote. All right, girls, you're welcome. Have a good night. Hey, you behave yourself, big boy. And last but not least, remember we had this sweatshirt on when we started the day. 38 degrees, probably 80 now. John Deere 6910. Had this over 10 years now. Ended up buying it up north there in auction. Dad brought some oil with him, filters. Changed the oil before he drove it home a couple hours because we knew it hadn't been very well taken care of, we don't think. But she's been a good chopper for us. 4-row head. A lot of guys ask why 4-row. That's all we really need to keep up with me with them chopper wagons. Anything bigger, he'd be sitting. So it's all what keeps the operation flowing, and this is the machine. But first, we're gonna take off that fourth cutting. Nutritionist orders. I think it was a good plan. Get that out of the way, and then start chopping corn. The year flew by. Corn looks excellent, and excited to do it. Let's head home. I'm going to show you what I got going at my house. I haven't shown you that in a while, and let's go. All right, and we're here. A little workout. Got Grant in the window. Heard some banging up there. Grant, how you doing, Bob? How's school? Cool. Want to walk around the yard? You want to come down?
Okay, I will.
Okay, Zinnia's still kicking butt. Had a lot of family come over and snip themselves a free bouquet. They're starting to fall down now, but other than that, this was a heck of a project. Heck of a project, I can know that. Hear that traffic. This fence kind of helps separate me from it. Update on the garden. I've got a little something smoldering. Rochelle must have burnt some papers or some things we don't want to throw in the garbage. That's probably what she did. Sweet corn is still not done. I've gotten about 4 ears. I got 4 more in the fridge that are ready. Tomatoes never really took off. Still some green ones. I know it was a rough year for tomatoes in Michigan. Ton of cucumbers. In fact, I still got a couple down here that I'm waiting. Look at that one. Waiting to let it get a little bigger. This one's kind of a little chode there. And my pride and joy, last year, first year, we grew pumpkins. So I got a nice one starting here. I got another nice one starting here. And then I got some babies. Do you have a good day at school? Come on over, bud. So there's 2 good sized ones. And then we got this little guy starting right there. There's 3. There's 3, Grant. Potentially 4, 5, and 6. Last year we had about 8 of them. This year they're coming on a little later. That's fine. Hopefully they keep coming.
I go down to 6 there.
Yeah, I picked most of the sticks up. I put them in the fire pit.
I down one.
Give me 5, bud.
I down one there.
Yeah, go get one. If they're over there, go pick them up. Yeah, if you want to pick 6 up, you can pick them up. Good job, buddy. Yeah, that's a little green. That's a weed. Put her in the pit, bud. Go ahead and chuck her in there. Summy, you already got your pajamas on, I see. Give me 5. Give me a hug. You're a good girl. You find more?
Yeah, there was on the ground.
Yep, keep picking it up. Throw it in the fire pit. Good year. But the pumpkins, they still got a good month. Yeah, they got 2 months. Well, a month and a half. We'll see how they do. So take care, guys. A lot done today, and there'll be a lot more coming. This is kind of the calm before the storm, and she's gonna hit hard. But hopefully it stays dry and we get all our crops in. Take care. God bless. See you next one.